Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their #1 priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
Want to welcome you back here to Kick 106.7, and we're here, of course, in the Gatorade broadcast booth, Mackey Motors post-game show. Joining me here, first of all, we got first of three players, Cooper Pottebaum, joining us here on the post-game show. Cooper, you know, obviously this game here early on for you guys didn't go the way you wanted. You had some errors, had some things going on, but man, what a big comeback for you guys, and of course a great 6-2 win for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we didn't play good at the beginning, but we found some runs at the end, so helped us get through play on Saturday.
I want to talk about just what you saw from West Monona. Of course, last night got rained out. A lot more of a dramatic pitching change and just a change overall in the defensive side for West Monona. They got their ace on the mound. So what was sort of the change in thought going up against their ace?
Yeah, so we knew how to prepare ourselves for a better pitcher, obviously, and we didn't show that right away, but we did at the end of the game.
You know, you guys had some of those errors, and you know it's not easy to talk about because some of those things could have cost you guys big time. It was still a 1-1 game for a majority of it. What was kind of going on, and what was Coach Randy Snyder kind of talking to you guys about?
He's kind of prepping us to take better at-bats at the plate and kind of just make plays in the field and trust the pitcher. Obviously, Mason did a good job doing that.
It won't talk about Mason Knerl. I mean, we're going to talk to him here in just a few moments, but man, he comes into the third inning, really changes the dynamic on the defensive side. So what did he do on the hill that kind of got you guys back in the game?
Yeah, we needed a guy to throw strikes, and Mason's the perfect guy to do that for us.
Talk about that big sixth inning. I mean, you got started off John Base, big double, or excuse me, it was John Base getting that big double, got you guys going, and then you just kind of went from there. What was sort of that momentum? How are you guys carrying that momentum offensively?
Obviously, momentum is a big part of baseball, and one hit leads to another. It's kind of just the reason why we won this game.
Absolutely. Cooper, you faced the winner of these teams here tonight, Cherokee Washington and OIBCIG, both pretty big ball clubs. I know you guys are probably going to stick back, watch some of this game. What's sort of the thought process coming into that now district championship coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, we're looking to see what we can do against these guys, and obviously watching their pitchers and their hitting, obviously.
Absolutely. Well, Cooper, again, congratulations. Big win for you guys, and congratulations coming up this weekend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll change the mic now to the pitcher. I guess we'll get out now to Mason Knerl here on the microphone. Mason, again, congratulations. Big win here for you guys. You get to come in the third inning. Talked about just what happened coming into that third inning and what sort of your thought process was coming in.
You know, they just told me come in. I was playing second, and then when I came in the dugout, they told me to go in the bullpen. And then they said all we need is strikes, and then your fielders will make plays for you.
And that's kind of what happened. I mean, you came onto the hill, you started throwing strikes, you threw some off pitches that kind of like got them confused a little bit. Talk about just the shift you found on defense, because obviously you guys had some of those errors there. What was kind of the shift that you saw? When did it happen?
Well, usually whenever like their top of the lineup came up, they were obviously better hitters than their bottom, and I just found it easier to pitch to the bottom of their lineup with the off speeds and mixing stuff up.
Talk about sort of that lineup here tonight. They had some guys from, like you said, it was kind of top heavy. Some of those top hitters were there towards the top. What was sort of the thought process going up against some of those guys who had higher batting averages?
You know, they were just saying like try to like jam them or like just mix the zone a lot.
Absolutely, and that defense behind you, man, I tell you what, once they kind of shifted the momentum, they were kind of unstoppable there. And the one thing I wanted to ask you, too, is you guys were playing on a turf field here, a lot different than playing on grass. So what was sort of the feelings? I know I heard right, you guys had practiced a little bit on the turf field before today.
Yeah, last Saturday we went up to Fort Dodge and we kind of got used to the feel of turf and just got to get the little things right.
For people that don't know the difference, obviously it's a lot more slick and those balls bounce a little bit. So what was it like playing on a turf field for real this time?
Well, like as an infielder, you have to like play back, like really far back, and then you have to come charge the ball because the ball changes speeds a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Mason, you get the winner tonight of this game that's going to be played here. What are some things you're going to look for as a pitcher and as a player from both of these teams?
Just watch like everyone's weak spots and just try to find those little details.
Absolutely. Well, Mason Knerl, again, congratulations. Big win here tonight in Cherokee, and good luck here this weekend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's Mason Knerl joining us, and then we'll get over to Max Irlmeier. We'll switch the mics over. Again, Max, congratulations. Big win here tonight for your guys. Behind the plate, I wanted to ask you what you and Mason were kind of talking about. He comes in the third inning, kind of the second pitcher tonight. What was sort of the game plan between you two?
So the things that we do, we have certain spots that we're trying to hit, where the weaknesses are, and I've seen each one of the batters come up, so I know where to line up and where the weak spots are at.
Talk to me just about their weak spots, because they had some guys towards the top of the lineup that were hitting very well. What were the weak spots you could see?
So with the top lineup, you'd want to line out more outside because then they chase that ball, and then with Mason's curveball, they'd miss that easily. So I'd always line up to the outside on him.
Seemed like his fastball was working well, and of course he was throwing just some things to kind of throw him off guard. What were you and Mason kind of concocting throughout the time to kind of throw him off?
So what we were doing is we were changing up the speeds with him and everything, so we'd slow down, we'd move the pace up faster, and I'd just keep him going, and then we'd swing it around.
Absolutely. Offensively, of course, you guys just had just some miscues here and there. You guys were able to fix them going on into the game, and especially in that big 6th inning. You know, what was it kind of like to get those runs going? Because obviously you didn't want to stop, and once it kind of going, it felt like you guys were just kind of feeding off each other's energy.
Yeah, we've done that a lot in the past. Once one person gets a hit, we all just start roping in the hits, and we all just feel really good. It brings up everyone's energy, and no one feels down after it.
Absolutely. And again, this is going to be a big game here coming up here soon. Cherokee, Washington, OABCIG. You get the winner of tonight's game. As a catcher, what are you going to look for from their base runners?
I'm going to be looking at their lead, see how far they get off, whether or not if we have a pick opportunity, see how fast they are from first to second, and whether or not if I need to have my pitchers do slide steps or just try and get it in as fast as possible and keep it up in the zone.
Absolutely. Well, Max, congratulations again. Congrats on this win, and good luck coming up here this weekend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll switch over the microphones. We'll get head coach Randy Snyder on the microphone again here in the Mackey Motors post-game show. And Coach, congratulations. I know, obviously from the coaching standpoint, probably not the most clean game you've seen from your guys this season, but a win's a win at this point in the postseason.
Yeah, a win's a win, but that was a crap effort. A real crap effort. We let them know after the game. Great kids, tremendous kids. But we play that way on Saturday. We'll get our butts 10
right.
And we'll be home early. So we're going to change things a little bit in practice tomorrow. Try to get their attention maybe a little bit more.
Right.
But today was very disheartening.
You know, and that's the biggest thing that I think me and Doug saw. You know, just some of those errors from this team was not easy to kind of watch. Now, granted, they do get back at it on offense. They got that big 6th inning. But like you mentioned, you can't do that against either of these teams that are playing here soon.
Well, you can't do that against anybody. That's why we're 18 and 16 this year. We did it too much. But they're resilient enough. That's their strong point. They're resilient guys. I mean, they'll start playing when the back's against the wall, but we just can't do that. We got to do a lot better job early of throwing strikes. We got to do a lot better job of at bats. We got to do things in the box that they were not comfortable with. Coach Lujano talked a lot about knowing your zone, what pitches you can handle, what pitches you can't handle. Coach Bach talks a lot about what pitches to throw as far as our pitchers go and locations and stuff. But today was just, we won the baseball game. I'm happy that we're advancing and our guys gained this kind of experience so they know better the next time. So we're going to play a lot better on Saturday, Tyler.
Want to ask you about, the pitching change you made. You had Putney starting off of the first 2 innings, brought in Mason Knerl. Mason said, you needed a guy to throw strikes. And I think getting him on the hill was really a big difference maker when it came to this game.
Well, yeah, and Mason throws, I would say he'll throw 70% strikes, 65% strikes, and our guys have to be ready to play, make plays. They don't have a chance to fall asleep or take a play off.
Right.
Carter just didn't have it today. Too many balls, walked too many guys, put too many base runners in scoring position, and then it comes upon our defense to have to make that play, which they did. Like I said, they're resilient enough, but going forward, we have to throw a lot more strikes. What makes Mason pretty special is he has command of his off-speed stuff, and their guy that was his thing. He could throw a good fastball with a little giddy up, but his curveball was probably his feature. He could throw that strike at any time. So, he did a really good job. The rain last night definitely helped them a little bit, I would say, but they really played well, and we did not.
Biggest thing too, you talk about that rain delay. West Monona had a kind of pretty big change to their defensive lineup coming into tonight. So obviously going up against their ace, what was sort of the thought offensively that you knew you had to change?
Well, not really a lot. We've seen a lot of pitches and I'm not downgrading their guy because he pitched really well. But when our guys got the third time through, they knew what his strengths were, and to our guys' credit, they were able to capitalize on them. We worried a lot about getting balls where we wanted them. I think Cooper Pottebaum's ball that he hit in the gap made it, but probably wasn't even a strike. but laced it into that gap. And those are pitches, you know, you got to be able to handle. And he can handle that one. Same thing with Max Irlmeier, hit that ball. I don't know if that was a strike either, but got a ball that he could handle and he roped it. So, you know, that's part of it too. And you know, the poise part of it. A lot of these guys are not battle tested when it comes to the districts, so they gained a lot of experience tonight.
I'm sure you guys will probably stay back and watch this game. These are two formidable opponents coming into this weekend. What are some things you're going to watch out for from both of these teams?
Well, we'll watch them defensively and see what their culture is on bunt coverages and stuff like that. And, you know, watch their arms. We're probably not going to see Benson tonight, but you know, it's probably something that they'll throw, and we just got to be ready to go. We want to watch tendencies for hitters, what they like to do, you know, and see how we set up defensively. We haven't made a choice yet on starting pitchers or anything yet, but you know, just we have an advantage here of being able to sit and watch and scout now.
Absolutely right. Well, Coach, again, congratulations. Maybe not the best game to be seen, but hey, a win is a win. You guys move on, and good luck on Saturday night.
Well, we had to come down here twice, but we still got the right results. So
Absolutely.
we really appreciate you sticking around last night too, Tyler.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the coverage. So thanks very much.
Absolutely. And well, hopefully we will see you down here Saturday as well.
Yeah, we'll be here.